Hey everybody, Dinos here again. This is going to be part 4 of my multi-part tutorial series on how to build an electronics town. When I last left off, I had just gotten my trading port all set up and ready to go. I still need to get the ferry port going to have it running at max capacity. I also need to do a set amount in trading in order to get the next upgrades. I'll give you guys a fair warning, this video is going to be a little bit slower paced and maybe not quite as interesting as what my other videos have been so far. A lot of what I'm going to be doing is waiting for my trading ports to fill up so that I can start selling product. But while that's happening, I'll try and go through any of the zoning issues that I might have, try and get the town cleaned up, try and keep it active, hopefully. Yep. Alright, so my production is actually stalled for right now, and that's something that I want to correct immediately. See, I don't have enough alloy. And my recycling, I don't have enough recyclables. So there's a couple reasons that could be. Part of it might be that I'm not picking up everyone's recycling, or I'm picking up all of it, but that's just all the population that I have. So I'm going to keep an eye on this garbage tab and try and see what happens. See, there's a little bit of traffic here, which I kind of don't want. I think I'm actually even going to bulldoze this road, because this is creating a four-way intersection with my trading area, which I absolutely do not want. You want your trading to go as smooth as possible. I might even go so far, if the problem persists, I'll get rid of this street here too. Because what you want to have happen, you want your recycling plant to have a clear path to go to your processor factory, so that'll minimize the traffic. That's why I put these two buildings next to each other. But if any of these, the residential or the shoppers, if they get in the way, go ahead and take out their intersecting streets so that they'll just go straight and then come through. And we see, yep, we're still getting a backup here. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this intersection here too. This is going to force the people, they have to go straight. They have to go straight, and they have to do it on the high density avenue. And if I keep seeing traffic here, I'll just keep taking out roads until it gets back to my avenue. So the avenues can carry a ton more traffic than anywhere else. I still don't have any alloy for them. So there are a couple of things I can do for that. I can import alloy. The thing with that is importing it is kind of expensive. So I want to keep an eye on this. I don't want to leave that checked forever. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to stop importing plastic. I don't have to. But at the same time, I don't want all my money to vanish through imports. That would be bad. And in the meantime, go ahead and connect this road here so people have an outlet to get where they're going. Let's go ahead and take a look what I can do for my transit options. So I only have 3,000 riders, or about 4,000 riders for that, and 10,000 for streetcars. So that's only roughly probably about 15%, maybe 20% of my population is using public transit. That's not good. I want that number to be a lot higher. So there are a couple of things we can do with that. It's not my wait time though, which is weird. I'll go ahead and put another streetcar stop down here. Just for any of the cars that have to get down to this area, that'll get them off my roads. This is still backed up a little bit. So see, this is the part where I'll just be fine-tuning the roads. See, I can get rid of this, and that'll get rid of a four-way intersection, so that the traffic's gonna go a lot faster. It's important to, when you do that, to make sure and zone this little hole, if you can, where the road was, because otherwise you'll get weird shaped buildings, like buildings that'll be too small or too big. So I'm picking up pretty much all my recyclables. So these guys should have plenty of material to work with. So, yep, looks like I just got an alloy shipment in. Gosh, that's a lot of money that I just lost. Let me take a look, see. Yeah, I just bought about 190,000 worth of alloy. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off for now. We'll turn plastic back on, so I don't lose all my money. But importing is one way that you can really get your trading empire off to a really fast start. It helps speed things up a little bit. Okay, and there's another way that we can get this recyclable amount up, and that's going to be through schooling. So I think, well, I can't do the university yet. The university is probably coming here soon. I can upgrade this grade school to get a few more people in here, because they're at capacity right now. And we'll give them one more bus as well. Okay, where else do I have a school? See, they only taught 300 students, so there might be something wrong here. Go ahead and put down 2 more bus lots to try and see if I can bring in more students. Public transit, we're still doing okay. We've got a good wait time. We can maybe do a couple of these, like the park and rides, so people can get rid of their cars. Let's see, where should I put one of these at? And I don't want to have them along the main avenues. Probably going to put one up here, 'cause this seems to be a big traffic spot. I'll also put another one down here by my school. There we go. Hopefully that'll help out a bit. Yeah, they're really jammed up here. Wonder what I could do to fix this. I think my problem is the road isn't going straight on. Maybe if I build that. Like that. That'll give them some more places to get out at. This is just in general a really busy area though. So I've got all this commercial here. Okay, so I've got a lot of processors saved up. This is producing them still. So here at midnight, I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. And remember, you want to turn on your exporting at midnight because then it'll carry over for the full day. So let's go ahead and pause this, respecialize in electronics. And we're going to export. So each 1,000 processors is going to get me 67,000 bucks. So I'm looking at about probably around 400,000 on just my on-hands right now. Let's not forget this little fun building up here is going to keep producing. I also have this building down here. To get all these processors out the door, I'm going to go ahead and add one more shipping truck. That'll make sure I don't get backed up on anything. And in case you're wondering why I'm not using this yet, I actually can't add the processors here yet. I have to add a commercial division to my electronics headquarters, or I have to build the electronics division and add that to a trading headquarters. Doing that with the trading headquarters is definitely the easier way to go. I actually didn't see that I had this available. So I'll go ahead and put this down somewhere. Here's a good spot down here. I like putting it there. It just fits really nicely there. So my next upgrade, I have to get 1.5 million on electronics daily profit. So it's probably not going to happen this time. My easier way to go is to upgrade the trading port, because that I only need to do 250,000, and then I can get this electronics division and get all started up. Let's go down here and take a look, see how we're doing. See, there it is, just that easy. I've only sold 2,500 processors too. I've already completed the quest. I'm not going to add the metals division. I don't know why they want that. Oh, apparently I don't have this yet. Okay. That's fine. I need 500,000 to build that anyway. So we're a little ways off. That quest had to do with oil and coal. That's not what I'm building my city towards. I'm gonna go ahead and switch back to the guide on this one. Usually there'll be like fireworks and stuff when you upgrade this, but not today. And they want a metals division, but I don't have any interest in metals. So I'm going to put the electronics division because that's what I want to specialize in. I can also put this cool little sign out. It'd destroy all these buildings though. No, I can't do that. And if you click down here on your trading, you can actually see what you're making each day. See, I'm making 400,000 on processors. I lost a little bit of money because I was importing alloy. But as long as we keep this factory up and running, and I can actually make another one here to get it even faster. Because the processors sell for more than the alloy does. Add on top of that, basically you use 1 unit of alloy and 1 unit of plastic to make processors. So this is basically, let me show you here. So if I import 10 units of alloy, I can make 20 processors out of that. So if I spend 48,000, I can make about 135,000. It's definitely a good trade if you're running low on material. I'm going to go ahead and cancel this quest, so I'm not going to do the metals division for a long time. Alright, so now that I've got that electronics headquarters added in, I can do the processor lots. But before I do that, so that I don't mess up my placing, I'm going to put down this cargo ship dock. Trying to make sure that I don't lose out on any space here. I think I can put it right here is the best spot. There we go. Okay, so now I want to turn off my local delivery here because I don't want to accept any more processors here. So I'm going to rezone this into alloy and plastic. Mostly it's going to be plastic. The reason for that is because plastic is so cheap to import. I'm just going to import it all to this one facility and then use my recycling plants to handle all my alloy, because alloy is much more expensive to import. And I do have to turn this back on until I hit 1,000 units, because that's how they're shipped out. And if you see here, I'm making really good profit. I did 600,000 on electronics today. So once I get one more shipment in there, then I'll disable it so I can export it and get rid of that final storage lot. Basically these two depots here are going to be for alloy and plastic. And I'll be using my big trading port up here. You can see those two warehouses, those are holding 20,000 crates of processors. In fact, I might have to turn off local deliveries there so that they come down here. Do do do. Alright, so I just hit the 1,000 point, so I'm going to export that final unit, and then I can go back to importing my plastic. Oh, my 4 workers are sick. I think maybe one more ambulance would help with the sickness here. There we go. Where are all my sick people at? Yeah, they're all up here by my electronics factory. The electronics makes a lot of ground pollution, so you want to be careful with that. So they want me to build the spaceport for my Great Works. Which, if you guys haven't seen that yet on a bigger city, you have this little Great Works site here. So I can build a spaceport. That's going to boost my tourism and my education. thing with that is I have to build computers, and computers are really expensive, and I'll also have to import fuel if I want to build that. Okay, so now my final thing of processors is gone, so I can go ahead and get rid of that. So this building here is now completely plastic based. And I'm gonna start importing alloy. So right now I'm running a little bit low on material. The other thing I can do to help speed this up, I don't really need plastic in here. I'd rather have my recyclables turned into alloy, because they convert the same amount. I can either get a unit of alloy or a unit of plastic, and the alloy is much more expensive, so I want recycling to always be making alloy. And now basically here's that part that I warned you about that's going to go a little bit slower. Basically, in order to hit this absurd amount of money to trade 1.5 million in electronics, I have to wait for this to build up, because I don't have the money yet to just lay down, 6 processor factories and earn it naturally. So I'm going to wait for this to build up to about, I probably have to go as high as 20,000. Let me pull out a calculator here, we'll do some quick math on that. Yeah, so I need about 30,000 processors to guarantee that I do this quest. So that's going to be a lot of waiting. If you'll notice, my money is actually just bottomed out. It's because my alloy shipment just got here. You want to be really careful in importing alloy. It's very expensive to do. So now basically all I can do while I wait for that to tick over, I can try and see where I've got any traffic problems. I can clean up rubble in my city. It's basically a lot of maintenance work until I can get up to the televisions. And televisions is where our profit really starts to take off. Because if you see here how the processors, they sell for 67,000, the TVs sell for 197,000. So you get a huge increase in money. Once you build your first consumer electronics factory, your city is essentially done From there, it's just making more and more of them until, you know, like you've got your whole city covered up. And when we get to that point, I'll go ahead and we'll blink over to the city. I've already got one of these done. I have a city with about 30 million in the bank right now. Zero taxes, it's completely self-sustainable no matter what happens to me. If I get hit with meteors, earthquakes, dinosaurs, the city cannot fall. I can rebuild everything. I can rebuild everything 3 times. So, and that's one of the freedoms that you'll get if you have like a tourist city or just a general use, like high residential city. If you get disasters or high taxes, you make people upset, your city can fall. And it's not the case with electronics. So here I'm going to be doing a nice little trick. The sewage treatment factories here, they put water back into the ground. They clean the sewage. And I can use this filtration pump here. If you put that right next to the sewage, it's going to pick up the the cleaned water, clean it again, and then, you know, make sure everybody's happy. Make sure those factories are getting tons of water too, because they're definitely use a lot of water, especially the trading ports. My next step here, when I get the money, I'll probably put down another processor factory. Probably even put it down right here where I've been having all these traffic problems, because these don't really generate much traffic. Let's check and see what our details are right now. So I still have unfilled jobs. So to get more recycling going, I can actually dezone some of this industrial here and turn it into residential. Because industrial is not going to create as much recycling as residential will. So if I zone these residential, that's going to help my production a lot. Could also do the same thing right here, because these people have plenty of places to shop. Go ahead and get rid of those. Put in more residential. And see, these guys were even saying that they need workers. So I can bulldoze all this stuff. Put more residential in there. Also want to make sure, as always, that you're keeping an eye out for these abandoned buildings, because that really hurts your production. And we have a ton of traffic on this road. I don't know why. What are you guys all doing here? See, I don't understand what they're complaining about. There's all these unfilled jobs. Huh. That's weird. For anybody that's played the SimCity games before, you'll definitely notice your people will complain about a lot of weird stuff. Stuff that doesn't make sense or that isn't even true. So don't let it wear you down too much. Just try and do the best you can for them. Sometimes they like you, sometimes they don't. Aww, those people are sad. They're dying. Okay, so these are some happy buildings right here. Once this line is full, you can actually upgrade them to high wealth. Normally, for most cities, it's not a good idea, but I have all these unfilled jobs right now, so I'm going to go ahead and get some of these people in here. Now it's just about finding the best spot to put it. Probably going to put it over this little guy right here. If I could find one that fits just right. That one's too small though. And this guy, this is perfect. He's sad too. This will make him happy. I actually think I missed them with that. That's okay, this guy will upgrade. They'll probably not be far behind. Okay, so people are protesting too much garbage right now. Is my garbage dump full? No, it's not full. My trucks here are all backed up. That's why, that's not good. So traffic is starting to take over. I want to get on top of that right away. Quick way to do that, add some more streetcars. Can also add another bus. If I had built my city with using trains in mind, I could do that as well. Right now I've kind of got it locked in to just using it for shipping right now. But let's keep an eye on the high wealth homes that are growing up here. Ooh, that's going to be a big building. If you'll notice, I went down from 80,000 all the way down to 69,000. That'll help get rid of this traffic problem a little bit. So once you get to the high wealth homes, you actually can't fit as many people in those. It's the medium wealth that's the most efficient for population. But since I've got a slight traffic problem, this is a good time to upgrade these anyway. I'm still having a lot of deaths too. I think part of my problem here is all these sick people that are on the road. So if I put a hospital like here, that might actually help get rid of some of the problem. In fact, putting it right here will probably let these other little buildings start upgrading too. So there we go, let's plop it down. And see what that does for land value too. That should make this... Yep, so this area went way up, and now my area over here is contained a little bit better. If you notice, these guys, they make a lot of pollution. It's on the ground pollution too. Wow. 13,000, 9,000 ppm, whatever that means. I have no idea what that means. I'm sure it's bad though. Crime's still going good. This is actually going to be a good one to get here soon, the diagnostic lab. If I had the university, which I don't yet. But I'll get it eventually. The other thing I can do is these wellness vans. These help clean up when people complain about the area feeling germy, which a lot of the medium wealth complain about. So I'll put those down, that'll help. I've still got this traffic. I have 7 high wealth workers. So it seems like to get this population down, I need a couple more parks. That should help this guy upgrade, hopefully. And then maybe a big one over here in my residential area. There we go, they love the amphitheater. So I've got plenty of medium wealth, I just need people to make the jump up into high wealth. Because I've got these unfilled jobs that I want to get rid of. Actually got a lot of unfilled jobs all around. Let's go ahead and check in on my trade port. My trade port's filling up really slowly. I need to build another processor factory eventually. So these guys are all unhappy over here anyway. So I can go ahead and dezone pretty much this whole strip. So I have unfilled jobs anyway. And my city has reached the famous gridlock. So what I need to do here is any of these little side streets like this, I need to get rid of. Like that, that'll help traffic. Ooh, they didn't like when I bulldozed that for some reason, that's weird. We can get rid of that. We can get rid of these ones here. That'll help alleviate congestion on this avenue. See if they have a longer straight stretch to go like this. It helps clean up traffic a lot better. Same with this area down here. I don't really need that little cross. Oh, I do need that cross street, I lied. Okay, well I don't need this cross street then. And remember, don't forget to rezone these after you bulldoze so that they build the right size houses. I can probably extend that a little bit too. There we go. That'll get traffic moving again. This area here, I don't think I can bulldoze this without getting rid of the community college, but I'll try. Losing a park and ride, that's not too bad. Okay, there we go. Still have quite a bit of traffic though. If you'll notice, my budget's starting to go down too. Which usually signals that I'm starting to get high class people in. The high class, they're not happy paying taxes. I can't cram as many of them into the same area. But they do recycle more, which is good. Always need more recycling. I'm still locked up here. A lot of these are moving trucks too. So once all these moving trucks, see like this whole block right here, these are all moving trucks. So these will be out of my city here in no time. Well, not no time the way traffic's going right now, but you get the picture. Nobody new is coming into the city. And here we are, we've got a nice little skyscraper going. And we're up to 10,000 processors in storage, so we're about a third of the way there. Can actually go ahead and build another lot back here. Add some more delivery trucks so they get here faster. That'll help out a little bit. And I don't know why this is here because I have a trade depot right next to him. One thing that's really nice to do on these back areas here, you can pretty easily plop down a park on these houses. Nobody seems to care about that one though. That's okay. Garbage capacity's good. Let's see what these guys want. Part of the reason I'm not getting to everyone right now is the gridlock. Especially this on my avenue. Once this cleans up, I should be a lot better off. I can add another patrol car to keep them happy. They don't need a precinct just yet. They think they want it, but they don't. Could add another collection truck here, because I'm still not getting to everybody yet. Having some on this back housing area will give me another direction to be able to turn out from, so that'll help too. There we go. So now my entire population is enrolled in school. So this is kind of my cap on education for right now. So once this gets up to 30,000, then I can go ahead and start aiming for this quest of 1.5 million. So that'll get me the consumer electronics factory. Again, as I've mentioned, televisions are where your big profit is. So right now there's not really a whole lot I can do. It's basically just waiting for that to fill up, trying to make sure that everybody's still happy. They should be a lot happier with this hospital here. That'll help out a little bit. I eventually need a second processor factory, but I don't have the money for alloy yet, which that's actually crippling my production. So I'm going to go ahead and try and adjust my services a little bit here, play around with my budget, and see if I can get up to where I need to be there. So like this clinic, for instance, I'm only treating 6 patients and I have the capacity for 55. So there are a couple options you can do here. You can turn it off or you can bulldoze it. This one is in the way of a house, so I'm going to go ahead and bulldoze that. These ones right here I can probably just leave. I'll just turn them off. And if you see there, that adjusts my hourly income. So I don't need these here anymore. I'm sure we've got some other areas I can do that on too. My fire truck's here. I probably don't need 2 of these. And this one's blocking a house. So I can go ahead and bulldoze that. Let's see, where else can I make cuts? My high school is still doing alright. Actually gonna go ahead and have the education guy guide me for a little bit. So I think I still have a quest left to build a gymnasium. Gymnasium helps combat crime, boosts up your education level a little bit too, which will get more people recycling, which is good. My grade school is full. And here it is. This should be the quest to build the gymnasium. So we put the gymnasium down here. And the public library. I think right on this building right here would be a good spot. That'll hopefully boost the land value for these guys. I still have a ton of unfilled jobs. So I guess this factory doesn't really do me much good here. Let's go ahead and D-zone that. We could put some housing here. My sewage pipes are starting to back up. Luckily that's an easy fix. Still plenty good on water. I'm gonna need more power here soon. This burns a lot less oil and gives me more power, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this right on top here. That'll keep me covered for a while. All my plastic importing is turned off. Something I can do here to save money for now, because I'm not shipping yet, I can go ahead and turn off this cargo ship dock and the freight rail. That'll get me a little bit more money. And I could always just turn those back on once I'm ready to ship. But for right now, I'm not quite at that point yet. The other thing I can do, I can turn down this alloy. That's only 15 bucks an hour, never mind. Probably the last thing I'm going to do for this video, I'm going to take out a quick loan. This is going to enable me to turn importing back on, or actually importing was already on, so it'll allow me to keep it on. I want this processor plant to keep humming away and keep making me enough alloy, or processors I mean. The other thing I can do, yeah, I'll just leave it on. Don't want to turn off too much stuff, then you start to forget what you had on. And we're almost halfway there for processors. So that's going to wrap it up for part 4, guys. Sorry this video is a little bit slower. There's definitely a lot of groundwork involved when it comes to building your electronics town. You've got to really stock up on supplies so that you can do that big burst income to get the 1.5 million. That's the biggest hurdle that goes into the construction of your town. After that, that unlocks the consumer electronics factory, which lets you build TVs. From there, it's pretty much smooth sailing. The pace definitely picks up a lot because your TVs give you so much money, it's ridiculous. Anyway, my name is Dinos again. You can go ahead and check me out on Twitch over at twitch.tv/DinosGG. I'll also have the videos posted up on my YouTube account, youtube.com/DinosGG. Thanks again everybody for watching. I'll be back with part 5 probably tomorrow. I've got to head into work, so thanks again everybody for watching, and I'll catch you later.